Welcome back, guys, to another edition of What's It Worth? Okay, this is where we take one particular date of coin that you could find in pocket change or in coin rolls, and then we determine how much these coins are either raw or graded. We'll even take a look and see if there's any notable varieties you ought to keep your eye out on. So today's subject is one that I could closely identify as a coin that I not only hoarded, but I also cherry picked through quite a bit. All right. And I'm going to talk about a really cool double die that you can look for on this coin that's worth quite a bit of money. And you don't necessarily have to grade it either. All right, so before we go ahead and get started, as always, I gotta do my good old reminder thing, and that is don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for instant notifications. And you're probably asking yourself, why would I do that? Well, I'm doing giveaways all summer long. Gift cards, silver, coins. I'm going to be hitting you guys up with some pretty neat stuff. All right, and it's just going to be a matter of, catching a video, making the first comment, and bam, you get yourself some free swag, courtesy of your boy Blue Ridge. So, without further ado, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell. It's always important. Let's go ahead and get started with the subject coin of this video, and it is the 1996 Lincoln Penny. One of my favorite dates for no particular reason. I was still in high school when this thing came out, and I can remember buying rolls of these right from the bank. They were very plentiful, and I'm happy to say that these are still plentiful today in circulation. So let's go ahead and talk about the first one here, and it is the 1996 P. So this is the Philadelphia minted version of the coin. It always helps to know exactly what the mintage is on these things, so that way you could gain some perspective on how plentiful a coin is or how kind of scarce it is. The 1996 is not scarce at all, by the way. 6,612,465,000. Did I get that right? 6,612,465,000. I lost my train of thought. It's like, basic math there, and I apologize about that. It's a rather stout number of coins, okay, which means that these turn up in circulation all the time. Okay, the Philadelphia coins, as you know, are easier to find east of the Mississippi, so you folks on the East Coast will find these with relative ease, which is pretty good. The coin in itself, circulated, is worth a penny. Okay, it's a copper-coated zinc composition, much like the Denver coin I'm going to talk about here momentarily. But this coin right here, in all grades through most of the mint state grades, is worth face value. Okay, so in terms of a circulated coin, there's no fanfare there. When we get into the higher grades, the 96 dated coin commands a little bit of a premium. I've seen these sell somewhere between 50 cents and $2. Okay, and I think that's more of a result of trying to fill an album and trying to find the finest specimen. But with enough dedicated searching, especially for you coin roll hunters out there, you could find a 1996 P or D in change in brilliant uncirculated mint state condition without having to go on like eBay and buying them secondhand. All right, so that's the good news. Full rolls of the 96 Philadelphia are highly sought after, okay, and there's a specific reason of that, and we'll get to that here toward the end of the video, but there's a variety that everybody looks for in the Philadelphia minted coins only that are found there. Okay, so full rolls, I've seen sell for as, between $5 and $10. They're kind of all over the place. It really depends on where you find them and how much, the seller is asking for them. So these coins right here, sought after in full roll or possibly full canvas bag form if you're able to find it. So that's a 96 P dated coin. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Denver minted coin. Okay, this one right here has the D mint mark above the date, or below the date. Sorry, jeez, I'm totally not on it tonight. I'll get it together, I promise. But this coin right here, again, is just as common. The mintage is 510,795,000 were produced straight out of the Denver Mint. Okay, this is a coin right here. For those of you that aren't familiar with the quality control of both the Philadelphia and Denver Mint coins, the Denver minted coins are traditionally in a much higher mint state status, okay, which means as you pull them out of change and in BU rolls, these are going to look better. They're going to have less marks coming out of a roll in the higher grades, okay, just like the Philadelphia minted examples. They are worth face value in all the circulated grades going into some of those mint state grades, probably as high as mint state 63. That's how much you're going to expect to find and get for such a coin. Just like any other Lincoln cent of this generation, people do want to find brilliant uncirculated mint state examples, and people are willing to pay between that 50 cents and $2 range for such coins. Okay, and these are valuations based on raw pricing. Okay, so no grading, nothing like that, but I will talk about a couple coins that were graded that sold for a ton of money. You don't want to miss that. So that covers both the Philadelphia and Denver minted coins. Okay, what I wanted to do is talk about that one variety that everybody is looking for, and it is a known cherry picker's guide variety. It's the FS 101 1996P doubled die obverse Lincoln cent. Now, looking at the image that you see here, there, you can't really tell where the doubling is on this particular coin. Some would say that, for a coin to be a recognizable variety, if you could see it with the naked eye without the aid of magnification, then it is a notable variety. Okay, because of the transition technology-wise of the presses that the U.S. Mint uses, okay, they use what they call a single squeeze action when they mint the coins, okay, so there's less doubling, less spread than some of those earlier coins from like 1972 and the 69S double die. So here's a couple close-ups I have. This particular first image here is of the date. I've also drawn some guide arrows to illustrate exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so you're gonna want to get, like an 8 times or a 10 times power magnifier to make it easy. This is something you can't really diagnose with a naked eye, all right, because the spread isn't as wide, but you could tell the splitting of the serifs and all the doubling is easily recognizable under magnification. So as you can see on the date here, you have that split line on the number 1. Okay, the second 9 in the date has quite a bit more spread, and then you also have the split corners there, the notching, and also on the 6. Okay, the 6 is kind of stretched and oblong, and you also have notching on there as well. So it's a pretty recognizable, pretty serious variety in the mid-90s, okay, following hot on the heels of the extremely popular and well-publicized 1995 double die. The 96 for the longest time was kind of like the redheaded stepchild, but here we are over 20 years later, and it turns out the 96 is worth a ton more money than the 95 will ever be. All right, so here's another image, by the way, of what you're going to be looking for. This is Liberty. As you can see, I've drawn some guide arrows to illustrate some of the notching in the letters of Liberty. It's pretty easy to find. It'll look like a little stair step on every corner of every device on the lettering. This is a really neat coin. I've only found one of these in my lifetime, and it was not that great a condition coin, but it's a coin that's still in my collection, thankfully, because they're kind of tough to find, and when they do sell, they're not cheap at all. Raw examples I've seen sell for between $100 and $200. Coins that traditionally are in just okay shape. High mint state coins sell for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. That's how serious of a variety this is. So that's the double die. But let's go ahead and talk about the third-party grading. All right. So if you're interested in sending coins to like a PCGS or NGC. Okay, these are third-party authenticators that will grade your coins. Now, based off of the actual numerical grading value that is assigned on the coins, it might be one of the finest graded coins to exist. Okay, and that's where these coins are worth a lot of money. So I have a few coins, okay, that I wanted to talk about and just give you a little perspective on how much these sell for in those highest grades. A 1996 Philadelphia example sold June 10th, 2018 for $2,553.75 through Great Collections. Okay, this particular example was graded PCGS Mint State 68 Plus, and it is full red. All right, so that's kind of like the top grade, and as a result of the top population of grades, the 68 plus, okay, you're looking at a coin that's worth a few $1,000s, and I bet not a lot of you, believe that a coin this new sells for that kind of money. It's crazy. A 1996 D example sold on eBay way back March 2012 for $2,628. All right, so this one right here is a PCGS Mid-State 69 red that I'm talking about. It is a bomb. It is almost perfect. 70 is the best grade you could get in coin grading. This one was a 69. It is the top echelon of grades for a 96D. But anyways, that's what you got for the 96. I mean, it's a neat coin. It's the mid 90s, still the Lincoln Memorial backed pennies. Before long, these coins are disappearing, even though over 6 billion pieces were produced. The high grade examples are few and far between, but they are still out there, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining in on this video. Would love to hear your comments. What do you think about the 96 Lincoln Penny? On paper, it's not a fancy date to talk about, but there's a lot of value here, folks. I want you to share and subscribe if you'd like. Go for it. Knock yourself out. Of course, I'm doing the giveaway, so you'll want to subscribe anyways. I appreciate all of your guys' time. Thank you for all the views and support. Love having you guys, come on and chime in and, hear what you have to say. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and I shall see you on the next video. You guys take care.